Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Now, if you watched the last episode, you may remember that I said we would be building a kelp farm this episode. However, plans have changed slightly, as I still don't have mending on any of my tools, apart from my bow. So instead, we'll be improving and moving the villager breeder and working on a trading station for the villagers, so that I can hopefully buy myself a mending book from one of them. Well, first, however, I want to finish decorating my furnace room, and as you can see behind me, I've dug out an area to fill with some decoration. If you haven't guessed it already, I'm going to be putting a small aquarium in here, so without further ado, I'm going to gather up some materials, and then we can start building it. Right then, here we are. The interior of the aquarium is sort of lined with material, and it's sort of the interior is somewhat done. I think it looks quite nice. Obviously, this will turn all to concrete once the water's in. I think it has quite a nice effect against the back of the water. It kind of makes it look a bit deeper than it is. It's not going to be flat, but I want to turn this all to concrete before I put any more sand in. So now I just need to get myself a couple of buckets of water. Okay, so the aquarium is done. Look at that. I think it's a little bit underpopulated, but that might be the fact that there are all 6 fish are just chilling up in that corner over there for some reason. Maybe if they spread out a little bit, it'll be a bit more lively. As you can see, I've got some kelp, bubbles. I've managed to find myself some coral, some seagrass. I think it looks quite nice actually. The blue at the back kind of blends in nicely with the water, and then you've got some black concrete on the ceiling there. It really just hides everything away up there, which is quite nice. So yeah, I think it's quite nice. I think it needs more fish, to be honest. But I'm not going to go exclusively out to get some more fish. Maybe if I end up out there again, I'll grab some more fish to put in my tank. But for now, I think this project is done for now. Okay, so I'm back over here in the deafeningly loud villager breeder. I've separated out 2 farmers over here so that I can empty out all of these villagers, and then I can make this a bit better so that only baby villagers can escape and get into the villager trading area. When it comes to finally building the base, the trading area is going to... Let me just fly up in the air. The trading area is going to be at the end here. I'm going to sort of somewhat square it off, neaten up the edges, and that's where the trading area is going to be. But for now, I'm going to build it somewhere sort of over here, because I can't dig down with this pickaxe. So I've brought along 3 shulker boxes of stuff. My redstone, I've filled this up with some building materials. It's very likely I'm going to need some more, but for now I just thought I'll just bring a selection of stuff, and hopefully I'll get an idea of what I'm going to need once I get started. Okay, so this is a design that I've come up with for my villager trading station. Now obviously it won't be above the ground, it will be sort of on the ground preferably, but the way it works is you pull this lever and then the villager will fall down if they can, and it works all the way along. I've spent so much time trying to compact this down, but it just wouldn't let me. So if I come up with a way of compacting this down to fit another one in there, then I will definitely do that. But for now, this is the best I can do. You just push this button and then the villager gets thrown out of the system. Right, so I'm back on the survival world. As you can see, that's very dark down there. I flattened out this entire area right here. Ooh, ow, ow, that really hurt. I have got feather falling on. I flattened out this entire area here so that it's ready to put stuff on. Just fly up here. So another benefit of using my current design is that I won't have to move my villager breeder. Using a more compact design would mean that the villagers would breed and it would get in the way, whereas this one I don't have to worry about that, so I can just put it right down there and not have to worry about it. It's looking quite nice having it all flat. I do need to do this bit, but I think I'm running out of dirt. Oh no, I've still got loads of dirt. I just can't be bothered. That's why I didn't do it. But at the moment, my villager breeder is turned off. That's what the 3 pieces of grass are for. And I've cordoned off to 2 of my farmers so that I can empty out this entire thing of villagers. I'm pretty certain I've said this before. And stick them in the trading station. Now obviously I'm going to need some kind of killing method. That's fine. That's why they drop into the floor and I can just throw them into lava without any problem. Because nitwits are useless. And anything that isn't maybe a cleric or a librarian is pretty useless to me as well. So yeah, so I'm going to get on with building it. I brought over a whole bunch of shulker boxes of materials and stuff. I don't know if I want to build it out of stone bricks. There is a lot of stone brick building going on around here. I know it's only a temporary structure, but I might build it out of wood instead, because I think that'd be a nicer colour and I think it'll look nice. I think I have mainly everything I need. I'm going to need some more pistons. I'm going to need more slime blocks because they require sticky pistons. I did build I discovered that there's a slime chunk sort of directly in my base, which is quite useful. So I went down underground and dug out a huge chamber down there to get slimes. However, I didn't get that many. I got enough to get 3 slime balls, plus enough for this doorway, and a few pistons I got over there. So I'm going to have to go do a little bit of slime killing at some point. Okay, so here we have one segment of the villager thing trading station. That's the one built. I'm gonna make it turn a corner here because obviously I don't have much space. It's surprisingly narrow. It's only 4 blocks wide, and even then, the sort of redstone behind it only takes up 2 blocks at the back. It's really quite compact in the back. The only thing I'd like to try and get a bit more compact, as I might have mentioned before, is this bit. Now, obviously, there is room here for another villager, potentially, if I can find a way of rearranging the water to work properly. I've kind of done all the bays I'm going to do for this thing. I think the end looks a bit naff. I didn't really want to just cut it off, but yeah, it does. I think it looks a little bit naff. I kind of wanted it to sort of slope gently into the ground, but it's not quite got the effect I was hoping for. Let's have a look, see what it looks like from up here anyway. If I can take off, there we go. It looks quite interesting anyway. It's not permanent. It is only temporary. I say temporary. It's not permanent, but it's not going to be going until I started working on the underground portion of my base. That looks very funky from up here, doesn't it? That's cool. But yeah, I think it looks quite nice. It's quite uniform. And I think the wood was a good choice rather than just having like a wall of stone. I think it looks interesting anyway. I need to make sure it's all lit up around here. It looks a bit dark there. I sometimes spot sort of slightly dark patches, so I'll try and fill them in. I don't know whether to fill in the back. I mean, it saves on wood not filling in the back, but then I'm not exactly short on it. I've got I've got a few stacks of it in the chest over there still. Now I just need to finish putting down the floor, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a stone brick border around the edge because I think it looks quite nice actually under there having the stone brick. It really sort of matches this, and I think it would just tie it up a little bit more, make it look a bit more complete. So yeah, I'm going to quickly finish the floor and then I get back. Okay, so the floor is done. It's looking a little bit gloomy around here, but mobs aren't going to spawn, so it doesn't really matter that much. It's going to be okay once it's underground. But now, what I need to do is I need to separate... Well, I need to just pull all the villages out. Start away. Hang on, before I do that, what I need to do is I need to do something about down there, because at the moment it's just dirt. So it's going to fall down there and it's just going to congregate. I'm thinking I might put lava down there, but I'm a bit worried that they may not be very happy with the when it comes to breeding. Although it should be fine actually, because I'm not the one attacking them. I think lava should be fine. Well, I've got another portal, so I can just go and grab some lava quickly, and then I'll sort that out. It did just occur to me, I might want to put this 1 block lower, because obviously everything above here is made out of wood, and lava has a tendency to set stuff on fire. So I'm going to put this 1 block lower to prevent everything above being set on fire and burning. I don't think I'm going to need that many buckets of lava, but I've got them anyway. Should I do it 1 lower again? Yeah, why not? It's all dirt anyway. And I could just stick it in my dirt chest for later use. There we are. Right, start placing lava. Right, so the lava channel is now done. I think it's nicely complete down there. Any villages that sort of... I can just sort of dispense some villages through here as well. So I'm going to try and not just have them come in automatically. I'd like to send them through one by one if I can. I know that may not be possible, but then I can always take out the ones that I'd want and that sort of thing. I can just sort through them as I get through it. Right. Let's put this dirt away. I really need to sort my chests out. I still have a few buckets of lava. I'm going to put them away somewhere for now, and hopefully they'll be useful in the future, rather than me just having used up all those buckets. I'm going to empty this chest and put this one back, because I don't need that one for now. And then we can start working on a holding chamber for the grown-up villagers, because I want only in here to be baby villagers and the 2 farmers, and then so I can just pull out the grown-up villagers as they grow older. Okay, so as you can see, I have here a little chamber for all the villagers to go into, and I also have set this up so that I can let one villager through at a time, so that I don't end up having too many villagers in it, or villagers I don't want in there as well. So yeah, so now I just need to wait for these villagers to make their way through into here. I'm hoping this will, down here, not having a gap down there should prevent baby villagers from coming up. But with that system now, I can just prevent them from coming through anyway. So as we can see, although actually there are 2 villagers in there, one of them I think is a librarian. So if that villager decides to walk that way, which I hope he will, then he will be our first villager in our trading station. There we go, there's our first villager. It's a librarian. What are you? You're a shepherd. Okay, bye. You're going. See, look, it's working, look. Got a librarian that I've... Oh, he's got Silk Touch. That's actually really useful. Either I'm going to have to build a moat, or I'm going to have to light up these areas, because they are absolutely swarmed with monsters, and very occasionally a zombie tries to make its way over and turns into a drowned on its way over, so I get attacked by drowns. I mean, obviously phantoms can still attack me, but I might actually have to do something about these areas, because they're really annoying me. Okay, so while I'm waiting for more villagers to breed, I've kind of got a few in here with some interesting books. Not amazing, but I've got a few in here. While I'm waiting for some more of them, I'm going to build myself a automatic sugarcane farm. As you can see, I've cleared out all the sugarcane in front of me here. I'm going to build it around here. I'm going to use a flying machine to do that. So that should be really interesting. So yeah, it's quite effective. It's 100% lossless, the design I've come up with. It's quite similar to other designs, but because... Ah, there's some leaves. I'm going to use slabs, it's much more effective rails-wise underneath. So, first things first, I'm going to clear out the area down here, put in all the rails down underneath, because it's a pain to do it before that, after doing all the other stuff on top. So I'm going to clear out the area, and then I'm going to build all the stuff on top. Alright then, sugarcane farm is done. I've put a glass roof on it as well while after I finish the time lapse. And I've also put some glowstone in it just to add some lights to it. Because I discovered that hostile mobs can still spawn inside sugarcane, which is a bit weird, but oh well. I have loads and loads of glowstone anyway. I also decided that I would take the plunge and repair all of my stuff using the last of my diamonds, really. My helmet was about to break, so I just had to, really. I didn't really have much choice. But hopefully before long I'll get myself a mending villager. So, between episodes, I'm going to AFK in this little glass box here. And then hopefully I'll get a mending villager. I'll get a villager with the mending book, because it's just been so long now. This particular episode has taken so long to make, just because I have spent so much time standing there. Like, I've been doing other stuff in the meantime, but I just wanted to get the mending villager out of the way. So, yes, so this episode is finally done, and next episode, if I get a mending book, I think I'm going to start having a think and planning out where I'm going to be putting my base, clearing out this mountain here, and apart from that, I don't know, I'll have to have a think about what I'm going to do and come up with a good plan. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!